it's no news that scientists seek evidence from this architect of life. Galileo Galilei, an Italian physicist and astronomer, said over 400 years ago that mathematics is the alphabet for which God wrote the universe. The math is dedicated to proving that everything in the universe follows a logic. But it was still before the Middle Ages that another Italian, Leonardo Fibonacci, deciphered part of this alphabet. He discovered a numerical pattern that repeats itself in almost everything in nature today we know by Fibonacci sequence. A numerical sequence that can be expressed in geometric forms.
In each square, we can draw curves, and when we attach a curve to another, and we follow the sequence, and in the next square, another curve, we have a spiral, the Fibonacci spiral. This spiral appears in several fields of our life, for example, in our ears. The shape of our ears is exactly that of that spiral. Another interesting fact, it appears in our swirl, in the head, is also the same format that appears in the seashells. The same format appears in the stars of the universe. The same swirl that forms when we have a hurricane.
The Fibonacci sequence was also found in the sea waves, in roses' petals, in the distribution of sunflower seeds, and even in the pineapple's peels. Another smart proof behind the creation is the golden number, the so-called number of pi. The golden number is also represented by the numbers 1, 6, 1, 8. Mona Lisa, the most famous painting in the world, has this pattern.
The great perceived it, and used it a lot, to represent the idea of perfection.
This number is present in the wings of butterflies and even in the measurements of the human body.
If you take your height, and divide it by the distance, from your navel to your feet, it will gives you approximately 1.6. If I take the distance from one finger to the other, from that larger finger to the tip of the other big finger, if I take this distance, and divide by the distance of this finger up to my shoulder, it will give me 1.6 again.
But what most astonishes the scientists are our cells. They are the smallest parts that gives life to living beings, plants or animals. The human body is made up of about 100 trillion cells, which give rise to tissues and organs.
We cannot be accidentally caused. Life is not an accident.
Douglas Oss has been studying molecular biology for 25 years. He guarantees there is no possibility that life has been created by accident or chance of the evolution of the planet. Every cell is controlled by DNA. DNA is a set of genetic information that defines the characteristics of living things. Researchers have discovered a sequence of numbers that is always repeated in human DNA. It would be a signature of God. The nut is formed by two parts, one from the mother and other from the father. It has connections in all of it, just like bridges. There is a pattern that repeats in all of it. 10, 5, 6 and 5. Again, this is the sequence. 10, 5, 6, 5. In Hebrew, each letter is equivalent to a number. And then, all the alphabet is equivalent. 1, 2, 3, 4. In our common alphabet, it would be the same as the letter A is equivalent to 1, B is equivalent to 2, C 3, D 4 and so. Let's see the Old Testament and the name of God. It's written by 4 letters in Hebrew.
Yud, He, Vav, He.
If we would count the name of the Creator as a sequence, the result is incredible. 10, 5, 6, 5. The name of the Creator of the universe is what unites the both parts of our DNA cells.
Proof of God, Part 4. God's true name is recorded within our DNA. So let me go ahead and explain. Our chains of DNA contain 4 nucleotide base pairs called adenine, guanine, thymine, and cytosine. And then there's a unit within the DNA strand called a sulfuric bridge. This sulfuric bridge holds our entire DNA strand together, and it only appears after every 10 nucleic acids have been laid down, and then after every 5 nucleic acids, and then after every 6, and then again after every 5 nucleic acids. So we get this repeating numerical value of 10565 within our DNA strand. Well, it turns out the biblical name of God, Yahweh, contains the same numerical value as our DNA strand. Yod-He-Vav-He, 10565. What's even more interesting is that if you take the Hebrew name of God, Yahweh, and place it on its side, you get the image of a human being.
The translation of the letters Yud-He-Wah-He of the holy name of God, symbolically speaking, can accurately be translated as Yud, the hand, He, a window or the meaning, behold or look, and Wah, a nail. So, symbolically speaking, the combination of these letters can be accurately and most assuredly translated as Yud-He-Wah-He, behold the hand, behold the nail. When one considers that Yeshua, or Jesus, in Hebrew means Yahweh is our salvation, then the meaning is even richer. Through Jesus, Yahweh provided our salvation. If you don't believe it, behold the hand, behold the nail.